Hi friends, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining 4 types of gaps in technical charts. The theory of gap is part of price action trading. So if you want to exactly understand the demand and supply in the market, then you will have to understand gaps because it is an essential part of price action. So in this video, I'll be explaining 4 types of gap. So let's get started. So friends, before we get started, I want to quickly remind you of 2 things. Number 1, to subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing to this channel because I keep sharing videos on technical analysis and stock trading, especially swing trading since I'm a swing trader myself. So the second thing is, if you want to take swing trades along with me, I have a Telegram channel in which I share trades. So when I enter, when I exit and everything. So if you want to join the swing trading Telegram channel, I will share the link in the description box. Now let's get started with today's video. So the first type of gap is common gap or trading gap. So basically, what is a common gap? A common gap is basically the small price difference that happens between yesterday's close and today's open. Take an example of this particular gap. So the market closed over here, right? This is a bullish candle, so the closing is over here at 403 on the previous days, a daily time frame. So it closed at 403, and on the next day when the market opens, it opens over here at 428. So clearly there's a 25-point gap, okay, and that's a pretty big gap. And as what you can see here is that on the very same trading day, that gap has been filled. So the market makes a low of 398 on the very same trading day, and that gap has been filled. So from 398, once again the market has pushed the prices higher and gone back to 427. So when you see such a situation occurs, you can understand this is just a common trading gap. That could be some kind of a news which is activating, which is behind this type of gap openings, and so there is nothing for you to worry about or take a decision based on this gap. Okay, so this is a very common type of gap and it's called a trading gap. Okay, now let's look at the second type of gap, which is a breakaway gap. Breakaway gaps usually happen when there is a price action pattern going on. So if there is some kind of a consolidation, say a triangle pattern or a wedge pattern or even a head and shoulders pattern, any price action pattern is going on, and exactly at that level of resistance or even support, it gets broken with a huge gap. That is called a breakaway gap. So usually when a breakout happens, it normally tries to break the resistance during the intraday time frame. But sometimes what happens is that there is so much of interest in buying the stock or selling the stock. When such a situation occurs, a gap is formed, and this type of gap is called a breakaway gap. Usually when this type of gap is formed, the price does not come back to the support or the resistance level to take a pullback, so that we can find an entry there. So if you're someone who is waiting for a pullback to take an entry, then chances are it might be difficult for you to find an entry in this type of a stock. So friends, as you can see over here, this is a double bottom pattern, friends. This is a double bottom pattern. This is the resistance which it was not able to break. Over here you can see there is a gap which has been formed, and the previous day the market closes somewhere around here, right? So this is where the market closes at 476, okay, and what happens the next day? Opens at 502. So there is once again a 25-point gap. But look at the significance of this gap. The price or the market never closes this gap on the very same day in the intraday time frame. This has a significant meaning, okay? That is what you need to be aware of first. So second thing you need to understand is that there is a pretty good volume over here, okay, and this volume indicates the continuous buying interest in people. So whenever a gap occurs after a price action pattern, this is called a breakaway gap, okay. Now what happens is that if you are waiting for a pullback, so this is where the previous resistance was, right? So if you are waiting for a pullback for the market to come lower, if you're expecting the market to come lower somewhere here, you think it's going to come down and take support and bounce off from here so that you can buy over here, friends, it is very very difficult for such a thing to happen. So as you can see over here, this breakaway gap occurred in June 2020. Okay, in fact it has never really come back to that level. So that is the power of breakaway gaps, friends. So if you know that a breakaway gap is happening, so you can take a decision. You can try to buy maybe at a shorter time frame, so that you can find an entry with a stop loss and get into the trade. Now let's look at the third type of gap, which is a runaway gap. Third type of gap is a runaway gap. Both breakaway gaps and runaway gaps can be identified because of their unique volume. So there will be so much of interest in on one direction of the stock that you will be able to understand that this gap is a very very significant gap, and that it is going to be difficult for the price to come back to the previous support or resistance level to fill the gap. So runaway gap is also like a breakaway gap, except it is not necessarily has to happen from a price action pattern. The main significance of a runaway gap is that there is a sudden interest in the direction at which the gap has happened. You can see suddenly there is a gap. So on the previous day it closes at 1290, and on the very next day it opens at 1252. So there's about a 40-point gap down opening. Okay, and the significance of this is that this could easily be a trading gap. But why is it not a trading gap? Because the gap is not filled on the intraday time frame. So what we have to we have to first understand that. Once we know that, then we can try to understand what type of gap this is. So now that it closes as a doji, which means there's a confusion in the market, and on the very next day, so it closes once again over here, right, at 1249, but on the very next day it opens, there's again a gap down opening of about 30 points. So this scenario, friends, where there is a continuous selling interest or a continuous buying interest, this scenario is called a runaway gap. So this type of situation usually carries a panic situation in the market, wherein if you are on the wrong side of the trade, you want to exit the stock. If you want to buy, you try to enter and you don't have no entry point. So the last type of gap is an exhaustion gap. So an exhaustion gap usually indicates a trend reversal. Let's say a stock is very bullish and it's going higher and higher and higher. Suddenly one day there's so much of buying interest. Even though the prices hit a very high level, suddenly this gap opening and that gap doesn't get filled. Usually when such a situation occurs, the very next day the bullishness completely changes and there is a bearishness in the market for that particular stock. So for example, that could be a bearish engulfing pattern, and the market will completely engulf the previous day's bullishness, and it will cover the gap as well. The gap will get filled on the very next day or on the following week. When an exhaustion gap occurs, you can be sure that the trend is actually over, and in fact the price is going to reverse and it's going to start coming down. So an exhaustion gap is that which occurs at the end of a trend. It's a trend reversal sign. So in order for an exhaustion gap to occur, there should have been a very strong trend before that. So in this case, the trend in Mahindra & Mahindra, the trend has been up, right? It's been going up, making swing highs and swing lows. Okay, and now suddenly, all of a sudden, there is a gap opening. So as you can see, the market closes on the previous day at 854, and on the very next day it opens at around 880. That's about 25 points. Okay, so now that the market has shown that there is a gap opening, what type of gap is it? So it does not close the gap in the intraday time frame, basically meaning that it is not a trading gap. Okay, so there is yes, there is good volume in this, but there is no pattern. So this could be a runaway gap. Okay, so this could be a runaway gap, but what happens differently from a runaway gap or a breakaway gap is that on the very next day, this entire bullishness becomes bearishness. So the market suddenly reverses and there is a sign of bearishness. When this thing happens, you can be clear that this is not a breakaway gap or a runaway gap, but this is an exhaustion gap. There are two clues for you. First, there was a strong uptrend, Second, the market reverses on the very next day. So usually what happens is that the market will continue to come lower, filling this gap immediately, or in this situation it has taken a few days, but eventually it has filled this gap and come lower. So what this means is that the trend is over. Okay, so this is again another example of an exhaustion gap, but in a downtrend. So you can see it has been coming down for a while, forming lower highs and lower lows. So over here the market closes on the previous day at 425, and on the very next day it opens at 418. Not a very big gap opening, but the problem is that this gap does not get filled. Okay, whenever this gap does not get filled, you need to wonder, because it's not a trading gap, it has to be some other type of gap, and there is no pattern, price action pattern, for you to be thinking of runaway gaps or anything. So this means there could be a sign of reversal, and in this case it could reverse in the uptrend, right, because it's been coming down. So what happens eventually is that on the very next day it reverses. Okay, the very next day this bearishness is not continuing, and it reverses, and it eventually forms a bullish engulfing pattern, and it breaks this, fills this gap, and tries to go higher and higher. So a new trend is formed, and the market, as you can see, it is still going higher. So friends, this is how you actually use gaps for your trading. So you can understand what is the significance of these gaps, so that you can take decisions accordingly. So friends, I hope you found this video useful, and if you want to know more about price action trading and swing trading, do reach out to me. I will share an email address in the description box. You can write to me if you want to learn how to do swing trading. If you want free calls for swing trades, also you can join my Telegram channel. So friends, if you like this video, let me know by liking this video, and by sharing your views in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. I will get back to you with more videos on technical analysis and stock market and swing trading. Take care friends, bye bye, see you later, bye bye.